So I thought I'd do a little bit of a quick tutorial this time, a bit of a 5-minute Friday, open brackets, trademarked Mr. Alec Tech, close brackets, to do basically this. It's a particle dissolve of one scene into another. I use 1080p footage for this, but I guess if your machine can handle it, then 4K will also work. So bring a couple of clips into your timeline. And the effect runs roughly 8 seconds. So play ahead at the join. If you then type +8 full stop or period, depending on which word you use, hit enter and it moves your playhead forward 8 seconds. At this point, Command B will put a cut. Drag your new clip up and close the gap. Playhead to the start of your top clip. Command B again will put a cut in the bottom clip. Select both, right click, new fusion clip. And with this clip selected, we'll go into Fusion. So the first thing we need to do is rearrange our media. At the minute, media 1, which is the boat, is attached to the background node, and we need it attached to the foreground node. Quickest way to do that, select the merge node and press Command or Control T, and it swaps your inputs over, so your media, your boat media, is now in the foreground. Our particle effect is going to run from this media so that this image dissolves, revealing the image underneath. First thing we're going to need is an image emitter, so press Shift and Spacebar, type P image. We've got an image emitter, click Add, and it joins in. Now what you need to make sure is that it's actually joined, and this line here needs to go, because otherwise it messes it up. This is a second take, that's how I know. So from your P emitter you will need a P renderer. You can get your renderer from your quick toolbar here, and then we pipe that back into the foreground of our merge. It'll take a little while for the renderer to do its thing, but what you'll get is this very sort of broken image. Basically you've now got your original image but displayed as particles, and it's those particles that we're going to get moving around. So to get them moving around, we will go back to the image emitter. I've seen this done where the style, i.e. what the particles are, has been changed to blob. This gives slightly bigger particles that you control the size of. I did try it, it didn't work as, it didn't run as smoothly, so I'll leave it at point. So go into the Control tab. All this we can leave as it is. The lifespan of our particles I'm going to increase to about 150, so that the effect runs for longer into the sort of clip. The next thing we need to do is give our particles some movement, so they need velocity. We can play around with this. I think I had a velocity of about 0.1, seemed to work quite well. And the next thing we need to do is change the angle that our particles are travelling in. At the minute, as you can see, they're going off to the side, and we want them to come forward. So if you go to the Z angle and type in -90, now our particles will come out towards us. Thus, and that all looks quite boring at the minute. So we need to add some variety to it. And the way we're going to do that is we will change excuse me, the velocity. We can add a bit of variance to the velocity, and we can add a bit of variance to the angle, it's chugging along, but you can see that it's a bit more broken now. Now, one of the things we can do to speed things up is if you come into the P-render node and check kill particles that leave the view. Basically that means that anything that goes outside the window your computer's not processing anymore. Back to your emitter. If you come up to the style tab and fade control, if you bring the out fade down to about 0.9, it just means that towards the end of the particle's lifespan they don't just pop off the screen, they actually fade out gently. As I say, things are very flat in their motion at the minute, so what I'm going to do is add some turbulence. So if we again shift and spacebar and type P turb, you'll get P turbulence. If you drag it, press the shift button, sorry, and drag it till the line changes colour, it now sits between the two. And if we up the turbulence strength on each of the axes, now as we play through, you'll see your picture starts to break up, but in a bit more of a randomized fashion. And that is pretty much it. If we come back into the edit tab, you can see that the effect is starting to cache. We'll just need to give it a minute or two to cache. The effect is cached if we now hit the spacebar to play, and you get your dissolve. That's pretty much it, really. I haven't got anything else to say. Hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. Feel free to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And I'll see you again, maybe with another quickie like this, as opposed to an hour-long tutorial that I have been doing. Cheers.